Hello and welcome back to another speed build video. Today we're doing something called the Painted Ladies, and this is a group of townhouses, Victorian-styled townhouses in San Francisco. And you might recognize them from the classic show Full House, and it is like an iconic location that a lot of photographers like go to take pictures of like their architecture and stuff, and it was recommended to me to build. So here we are trying to make this happen in The Sims. This is a very much a challenge. There's a lot to do. I did have to use terrain tools because they are kind of on a hill because it's San Francisco and everything is in a hill. I had to practice a lot with the terrain tools. I normally don't build with them. And each of these buildings are 3 floors. And how this is gonna work is I'm gonna show you guys in this video the exterior of the build because it took me so long to get it right of all of them. So the exterior will be pretty much done in this video. And then we're gonna do like a little mini series where we do each house as a separate video as well. Because I'm almost done with the first house, but it took me a long time too to decorate because it is 3 stories and it has a lot of bedrooms and a lot of space, and I'm trying to make it really nice. So yeah, I decided if I want to do this right, we're gonna and show you guys the whole process without cutting anything out, I have to make it into multiple videos. So this video isn't too long because I cut it down, but if I added the interior to this video, it would be like 40 minutes. So I decided, no, we're gonna just do separate videos for that. And hopefully you guys are along to watch this come to life because it was a lot of fun to do, and it was a lot of work. the whole like trying to get the roof pieces to work, trying to get the spandrels. Like you'll see here I struggle with like the platform, like the look, the Victorian look is like kind of difficult to do at times. Like you have to do certain things to get it. I'm trying to match it also to the pictures, which I hopefully have shown already on the screen. But yeah, I'm trying to match almost exactly to the pictures of these exact townhouses. So that's also why I kind of had more of a struggle time because I was trying to be more like a recreation rather than just, you know, randomly building a townhouse that's kind of in this style. I'm actually like trying to match it color wise and look. And then we have to do fake garage doors, obviously. I make it better. I do better in the end with the garage doors, but that's the first kind of idea that I had for it. A lot of windows. These builds are are quite interesting because like they're so close together. I felt weird putting windows in between them, but there has to be some windows. So I tried to like stagger them so the windows were like not looking into each other's places. You'll see that as I get further along in this process. But it's a whole thing. I think once I got the first, like layout figured out of that first one on the right, it was kind of easier to kind of copy and paste it into the next ones. So you'll see a lot of fiddling, a lot of moving roofs around, and just like everything just not lining up how I want. But in the end, it does look like the houses. And I'm really excited that we ended up being able to get that far with it. And now the easy part, which is the interior, is what I'm working on. But the exteriors was just like, we don't have good Victorian, like the wallpaper, the trimming and stuff. Like I had to do so much like random digging through debug to find like the perfect things to use for detail work. There wasn't a lot of like stuff that fit exactly what I wanted. So you'll see a lot of little tricky moments, I think, in this build. I had to move them because I realized the spacing was off because I want them to all be the same size. I think like one, are they all? Yeah, they should all be the exact same size in the end. But when I first started it, I kind of made them not the same size, so then I had to go back, Like my brain was hurting trying to do this. It was a lot. But yeah, like being able to copy and paste like the window room, like the bay window room, from the other build to the next build kind of helped. But there's still so much other like things I had to update. The roof had to have a platform underneath it if I wanted to get the trim right. So I used the platform as like kind of like the trim because you can't do a trim like that in between a roof without it. So hopefully that looks all right. Did the best I could. But this is definitely going to be another big project, and I will upload them to the gallery so you can download it um, once it's all done. But as of right now, I only have 2.5 floors done on the first right house, and plenty more to have to get to. I also was thinking for the other houses, like the other ones, I was gonna do like some, maybe give me like a build challenge or something like random in each one so it's a little bit different. Because the first one's really nice. It's kind of, it's like modern but also has some Victorian vibes still, and it's a little bit more classic. And I like how it turned out, but I want each townhouse to be different. I don't want them to all look the same, you know? So we're definitely probably going to be having a lot of different interiors style wise. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. If you have any idea for like how I should decorate the insides of the other ones, let me know in a comment, and we'll see what I can do. Because like the hardest part of this was like actually matching it to the actual picture, because like I'm a stickler for details and I want it to be perfect, and The Sims sometimes is like, no, you can't do that, or no, this is going to be different and you're going to have to accept it. Like pillars being on a diagonal can't be turned straight, you know, like little details like that kind of were bothering me, but you know, we have to accept it and just try to make the best of it. I do end up taking some creative liberty in the very front of the builds because of the way the terrain works. And honestly, I should have built this on a little bit bigger of a lot, but I really like this location. It's in oh, where is it? It's in the Get Together pack, Windenburg. Yeah, on the island area, and I thought that was good because there was like a lot of water. I felt like it kind of fit the San Francisco vibes. And yeah, so yeah, there's a lot that I changed throughout this, but it is coming together as you can tell. Also, I wanted to mention a few facts that I found out about like this style of houses. I thought that'd be interesting to share. So like the painted ladies, there's like seven of them in San Francisco. But I was like, you know what? I'm not doing all seven. I'm sorry. 5 is way more than you know, I should be doing anyway. But to get the full look, I wanted to have a good amount of houses, so I did 5. So apparently it's just kind of like a set. The Painted Ladies is a set of homes that are in a Victorian style, basically, that kind of all go together. You'll see here I struggle with the flooring. Not the flooring, the staircases. So this is where things change a lot, because I was like, I can't change the terrain paint in the areas that are too steep. So like I had to do a lot of tricky stuff to make this look good. And this doesn't look exactly like the ones in San Francisco because of the way the terrain tools work in this game, but I think it still looks pretty cool and kind of unique in its own way. So just bear with me, I promise. It does look better than it does now after a lot of messing with it. A lot of like, okay, how can I make this look good? So yeah, so the Painted Ladies are not only in San Francisco. It's just like that was the most iconic, like, and known version of Painted Ladies types of houses. So I think that's cool. They have them all over. I think more on the East Coast. So I think the ones in San Francisco are unique because over here we don't see a lot of that type of architecture in general. So I think it's good, you know, that like it stands out and that's why so many people actually photograph them and stuff in San Francisco. So I think that's cool. Also, one of these painted ladies apparently has a tiny museum that you can go to and like see some old stuff from like the early 1800s and the 1900s and stuff. And I don't know. I guess that's kind of cool. So maybe I might try to do a tiny museum in one of these builds. I don't know. I thought that was an interesting fact. Um, and then also like the symbolism behind what this type of build means is basically it's kind of symbolic of the California Gold Rush because there's a lot of money coming into San Francisco and the city. And so builders wanted a way to show off that they had made so much money with some like grand and unique homes, and that's how they kind of came to be here. They have a lot of like crazy amount of windows. The roof lines are super detailed and turrets and like all kinds of like cool stuff. So I think it's like just like a way to show your wealth, kind of. So if you lived in like this type of house, you were definitely a wealthy person. I mean, you are now. I'm pretty sure they sell for like 2 to 3 million. In San Francisco, I saw some articles talking about these builds being a expensive but really cool, and a lot of them have been like super renovated and really updated and nice. And actually, I think I got inspired by one of the renovated ones for the one on the far right that I first started with. So that was really cool. But the other ones, like I said, I want to do some different styles and different looks. They all are going to have the same floor plan. The windows are going to be in different spots. So I know the windows look weird. Like, it took me a while to get all the windows, but like, you're supposed to have a ton of windows in these houses, and mainly on the outside side. So that works. Now we're getting to like figuring out the floor plan on the first one, and then I pretty much just copy and paste and do the exact thing in the other ones. And I do tweak it as I build too, so I'm gonna have to go and update the other builds, but it's pretty much the same layout for each one, and I think that's cool. It's very unique to build in a townhouse because it's so long and skinny that like it kind of makes you think about like how you should decorate it, like how not decorate, but like the floor plan was a little bit tricky, I'd say, because there's just so many, like it's so skinny, so you have to make it like work without it like feeling like it's too skinny. I don't know. But yeah, 3 stories. I tried to make each floor slightly different. I think there's like 4 bedrooms, 3 to 4 bedrooms. Probably gonna have a kid's room. We got an office. We got like a couple lounge type rooms, game room. There's like 3 bathrooms, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of rooms in each one of these, but I really like the layout. Once I got it figured out, I'm like, okay, this is the floor plan for all of them. I want them to all be the same floor plan, but feel really different when I decorate it. So that's my goal for this. But I think that's it for this video. I guess we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next part where I show you the interior of it all. Have a good day. Yeah, bye.